So last time around we looked at some of the basic principles behind healthy joint mobility. So this time we're going to put some of those ideas into action with a really simple morning mobility routine. So it's just a short routine. We're going to touch on every area of the body just really briefly, just to warm the body up, get the joints moving and get you ready for the day ahead. So we're going to start in just a normal healthy standing posture, feet screwed into the floor, bum muscles turned on a little bit, the core slightly engaged with the ribs down, the shoulders back and down and relaxed, and the head nice and tall. So we're going to start with just shaking the joints out a little bit. It looks a bit weird and it feels a bit weird too. We're just getting a little bit of motion through the joints, just waking things up. We've just been led down for 7 or 8 hours. Things are going to be a little bit creaky. Just getting a little bit of blood flow and getting the joints moving. Some nice big deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay, so we're going to start now with the head and move down to the toes. So begin with the neck, just freeing up the muscles at the front of the neck and around the back. We can get a little bit of stiffness. So we're going to start just by looking down to the right shoulder, and up, and then down to the left, and then up to the left. Just go through this slowly, gliding through that motion, trying to keep the shoulders back and down as you're doing it. So on the upwards motion, you're opening up through the front of the neck. And then on the downwards motion, you'll feel a little bit of a pull in the back of the neck. It's just gently opening things up. Nice deep breaths as you're working through it. You might find you're a bit stiffer on one side compared to the other, and that's okay. The more we do this, the more we can kind of release the stiffness and start to normalize a little bit. Okay, just a few more. Okay, just shake things out. Move on to the shoulders. So we're going to start by bringing the shoulders forward, then up, back and down. This is classic good posture position. Rolling the shoulders up, back and down. So again, nice big deep breaths. Keeping that core engaged, trying to keep your neck nice and tall as you're sort of pulling up through your head. So up, back, down. Just rolling the scapula, the shoulder blades back into a healthy and relaxed position. Okay, we'll reverse that motion now, so we can go back, up, forward, down. Nice big deep breaths. Might feel a little bit creaky, get some clicks coming, but that's okay. As long as you're not hurting, there's no problem. Okay, we're going to open across the front of the chest and the front of the shoulders now. It's an area where we often get tight, especially if we're working at a desk. So we're going to go sort of diagonally and just open up. So time it so we're inhale as we extend and then exhale as we come back in. Okay, swap sides. Opening up through the front of the body, starting to get a little bit of warmth through the body as well. So now we will move just into the wrists, just gently warm them up with a few circles. Again, you'll probably feel a little bit clicky, and that's okay. So we're still being mindful of our posture, keeping the core engaged, keeping the back muscles turned on. Reverse. Just gently getting things moving. So move to the mid-back, the thoracic. Just going to start with some gentle rotations. So we often get stiff through the mid-back. You see it in athletes, but also if you're working at a desk, an area that often gets kind of jammed up. So you want to try and rotate through the mid-back, keeping the core on as opposed to rotating too much through the hips or the lower back. You generally don't want to have lots of rotational motion in the lower back. Nice big deep breaths. Okay, so open up through the side body. So feet a little bit wider for this one, and we're just gonna reach out to the side. So keeping that core on to support your back. Just reaching up and over. So instead of collapsing to the side, we're reaching up and over the top like an arc. You can look up to your hand that feels safe in your neck. Okay, back to normal standing posture. We're going to go into the hips now and just do some hip circles. So we'll start by just bringing the hips forward, then we go into the side, to the back, and backward. So we're getting a little bit of motion through the lower back as well. We'll try and focus most of it through the hips. You can really exaggerate it on that sideways motion as well to open out the outside of the hips. Nice one if you're going to be at a desk all day, to at least start your day with some movement through the hips. Okay, switch sides. Okay, now we've got a little bit of motion through there. Let's build a little bit of strength, get the glutes activated with hip hinge. So the arms are going to come up to sort of 90 degrees, shoulders back and down and the core engaged. And we're going to gently tip our hips backwards to this hip hinge position. So the motion is coming at the hips first and then you bend at the knees after. So we're coming back. I'm going to squeeze the glutes at the top. Keeping that core engaged, keeping the arches high. So you're screwing your feet into the floor. So this is sort of your deadlift position almost. A few more. Some basic squats. So similar concept, feet screwed in, core engaged. Put your hands out in front of you for balance, and then you're going to hip hinge and then go quite a bit more of a bend in the knee. So coming down to whatever feels comfortable for you, keeping as much as you can a neutral spine. As low as that feels comfortable to do. So if you're coming and rounding down and collapsing, maybe you want to think about stopping a little bit before that. Keep those feet screwed into the floor and the knees are going slightly outwards or sort of pointing forwards as opposed to collapsing in. Just a few more. finish off with the ankles. It's a little bit of balance as well. So standing on one foot, just going to do some gentle circles through the ankle. Might be a little bit clicky, might be a bit wobbly. And right on the other side. Okay, switch sides. Whoa, wobbly this side. Again, deep breaths. Cool. Just finish off again in that healthy standing posture. Just a few deep breaths into the belly, filling the rib cage, and then a long, slow exhale. So. Shake it all out, and then we're done. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then it'd be great if you could give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And if you've got any questions about the routine, or you want to suggest some ideas for future content, then let me know in the comment section below. Have a healthy, heroic day, and I'll see you soon.